Lando here, and welcome back to Gear Remedy, where we talk switches, keys, and everything PCs. Today, we're going to be looking at a keyboard from Wacom. If I mispronounced or butchered the name, I'm sorry. But anyways, we're going to be looking at the Lucky65 V3. For those of you who are unfamiliar, it's going to be a 65% layout keyboard, and it's going to be barebone. I have to say, the branding of this keyboard was very nice, or at least the branding of the box. I say branding speaks volumes, and that starts with the unboxing and the box itself. So I did appreciate the little details, but I was a little bit disappointed by the fact that the shipping company ended up ripping open my package because I ended up getting it from overseas and they ripped the box. Taking a look at what's inside of the package though, you get a little card that gives you all of the hotkeys and stuff like that for the keyboard. I thought that was pretty neat because often enough you end up having to go online and trying to guess what keys does what or what combination of keys does what. Opening the keyboard, or looking at the keyboard I should say, I was pretty amazed because usually when you order a keyboard online in a specific color, you do end up thinking that it's going to be a shade darker or lighter, so it's always like a 10% plus, like more or less. But for this one, I felt like the color was very spot on. So I'm not really familiar with the painting method that they use for this, but I was very happy. Okay, accessories. We always take a look at accessories, and for this one I was surprised. No, they didn't have any branding on their wiring, but they did include an extra tool that most keyboard actually don't offer, and that is going to be a USB to Type-C converter. So I guess Mac users or people who mainly use USB-C connectors, this is perfect for you. Now, I do think that more keyboards should include that, just because it makes the Mac users happy. Now, all jokes aside, going back to the accessories, I'm tired of seeing this tool. You've seen it, you've heard me talk about it. If you've been here for a while, I think you understand that I have a vendetta with this tool. Give us the option to take it or not take it, because I have too many of them at this point. But anyways, I don't want to spend too much time. Okay, what was a little surprise to me was, even if you order barebone keyboards, you do get 3 to 5 switches depending on the keyboard. But I think it's a little bit useless because they don't even tell you what switches they are. So I'm like, I don't even know if I want to go back and buy them. But whatever. Thank God I had other switches that was actually sent to me. Now, these switches, I was a little bit worried because I realized whenever you buy a barebone keyboard, and I definitely should mention this is my first barebone keyboard, but they do not tell you that there's no like pre-made hole for your switches, so you have to puncture those holes yourself. If there's a method to it, please let me know. But as a first time builder, I didn't know what to do. So anyways, I took a minute to think, looked at the back of the keyboard, realized it had the Lucky sign on it. I thought it was pretty nice, but now I was like, how do you take off the plating? And to be honest, it was quite simple. You had to put a little bit of a push to it, but overall, this thing was sturdy, and I didn't realize how heavy it was because I felt like I could use this for self-defense. But anyways, the keyboard itself was thick. Like the metal was thick. It weighs it's not super heavy, but I will say that it is heavier than most of my 75% keyboards. Okay, I wanted to see what was under it, but then when I tried to remove the PCB, I was like, it's in, but then I realized it's magnetic. And that to me was like, okay, as I'm unpeeling this barebone, I'm realizing I'm falling in love with it more and more. And for somebody who is new and is trying to get more familiar with, fully customized keyboards, I was super intrigued because when I find something that is easy to disassemble, I feel like it gives people like us the opportunity to try new things. And obviously, if it's easy to put back together, it makes it easier for me to try different configurations. And I feel like Wacom really nailed this. So if you're somebody who's like me, who just wants to get into fully custom keyboards, and it's just like you're tired of buying pre-built and then just modifying them as you go, and you just want to buy a Barebone and you're okay with the 65% layout, I suggest this keyboard because taking it apart was so easy. Like, everything you're seeing here is just me figuring it out as I go. No need for YouTube videos, no tutorials. It's like they really made it intuitive. And again, putting it back together was surprising. Well, I'd say surprisingly easy. Now, the next thing I wanted to do was, hey, I see here that there was a foam layer in between. So I was like, can I possibly take it off? And guess what? After removing all of the switches, I realized that you could take off or take out every other layer of this keyboard. To me, I was very impressed because, yeah, that means that, like, if you want to repaint part of the keyboard, or if you want to repaint some of the accessories, or just take it apart and then add a couple layers of tape, maybe places that people haven't added tape before. To be fair, I'm not 100% sure what else you could add, but like tape, foam, what else do you need? If you have other ingredients, or if you have anything else that you usually add when you're customizing a keyboard, drop it down below, because who knows, I might be interested in trying it. As long as it doesn't break my keyboard, because then we're gonna have a problem. But again, customizability, in my opinion, it deserves a 10 out of 10, because being able to peel at layers after layers after layers of this keyboard was very impressive. Certainly for somebody like me who's like new to it, I thought it was very intuitive. So again, WCAV, I'm gonna give this like a good 10 out of 10. So customizability, we understand, it's a 10 out of 10. The fact that this bar was, it seemed to be pre-lubed, correct me if I'm wrong, but I didn't find any documentation saying otherwise, I was happy. The fact that the colors of this keyboard come as described, which means, you know, they're not a shade darker or a shade brighter. I ordered red, I saw the red online, and that's exactly what I got. To me, I was very happy about that, and I thought that was like very impressive. Certainly, I feel like a lot of times we order keyboards, like I said earlier, they don't come in the exact color that we wanted. Now, overall, for a first-time builder, I strongly suggest this keyboard. But stay tuned, because next video we are going to be building this keyboard.